Did you know that your life is shaped more by what you believe than what you consciously choose? And I'm not talking about the beliefs that you're aware of, the beliefs that you chose and consciously placed there as your main set of beliefs. I'm talking about those subconscious beliefs, the ones that are hiding just underneath your radar, the ones that you're not even aware are there. These beliefs tend to run quietly in the background without you even knowing that they exist. Hi, my name is Alexa, and I help people to come home to themselves. I guide people to understand themselves more deeply, to reconnect with who they truly are, and to ignite their own inner intuition and guidance so that they can live more peaceful and authentic lives. So what are beliefs? Beliefs are thoughts that have been repeated over and over again until they become truth. So basically, thoughts about yourself, whether negative or positive, that you have thought over and over and over and over again until they become so integrated into your brain, your psyche, your body, that they become a truth. And these beliefs are often formed in our childhoods. They are not facts, but learned interpretations that we absorb from others in our environment, our parents, our peers, our teachers. And these are then stored in our subconscious. So all of our childhood experiences, whether those were successes, failures, achievements, all of these form thoughts, thoughts that compound over time and become truths, therefore beliefs. So how do our beliefs shape our lives? They affect our decisions, our behaviors, how we interact with the world. They affect the opportunities that we either embrace or ignore. You act in alignment with what you believe is possible. And you often prove that your belief is right without even knowing that you're doing so. You don't see reality. You see through your belief filter. Here are a few examples to help you to understand this. So when I was a kid, I was told that I was really bad at maths. But this actually wasn't true. I was just a dreamer. And instead of listening to the maths teacher at 9, 10 years old, I was staring out the window, looking at the birds and the clouds. So as I grew older, I didn't have the foundation of maths that I should have had to be able to understand later foundations. And teachers often told me that I could not do maths, that I should quit before I got ahead, that I shouldn't even try. Later on, when I left school, I studied Montessori. And the way that they broke down the maths was so interesting to me. We used building blocks. And I actually discovered that I could do maths, that I was actually pretty good at it. So because I was told my entire life that I couldn't do maths, because I was this dreamer child, because I wasn't concentrating, because I found maths boring. I mean, let's be honest, who doesn't? I honestly believe that I could not do maths. And so I didn't take it in high school. And I didn't have as many opportunities as I probably would have had if my parents had taken the rein and put me into maths lessons and made maths fun, which would have made me want to learn maths and would have changed my belief about maths. Or another example, people often think I always struggle financially. And this might be because they came from a background where money was not readily available. And so they just believed that that is the way that their lives are going to be, that they're never going to have money, and that the money is hard to come by, that we need to work really hard for money. And so they will always stay without money. Another one is a belief, I'm not lovable. So perhaps you had a childhood experience. Perhaps your parents did not give you the love that you needed and deserved. Perhaps someone said something to you in the past. Perhaps your first love relationship was not a good one. And so you now have this underlying belief of I'm not lovable, and all of your relationships are affected by that underlying belief, which attracts unhealthy relationships into your life. So here's a belief that might help you. I can change my life. I can change my life. If you readily believe that you can transform your beliefs, that you can change your life, then you will start putting into practice habits that will eventually bring about change into your life. And you will have a totally different outcome. So why do people stay stuck in beliefs? Well, first and foremost, most people don't even know that their beliefs are there. This is the number one reason why people stay stuck in their beliefs, is because these underlying beliefs are not always readily available to our conscious mind. They're lurking somewhere in the background, floating around, and awareness is the most prominent and magical tool that we can have to be aware of those beliefs, because once we're aware of them, we can start to change them. Your life is not fixed, and your beliefs are not facts. When your beliefs change, everything changes. Awareness is the first step back to yourself. Another reason why we don't change our beliefs is fear of change. And this is a big one. Us humans love what is safe and what is secure. Even if the belief is a limiting one, even if the belief is not bringing about our most beautiful life possible, we stay in it because of fear of the future, because of fear of change, because that belief is secure in the fact that we know it. We have lived with it for a long time, and it feels stable, even though it's not ideal. It feels familiar and safe. So how do we identify these underlying beliefs that are dictating how our life is going to turn out? The daily events that we are shown every single day, the forward trajectory that our lives are on. I got it. You have to look at the patterns in the different areas of your life, such as money, relationships, and self-worth. Ask yourself, what do I keep experiencing? What do I believe about this? And notice your internal dialogue. Notice your thoughts around this. Do you have denial? Are you rejecting the thought or the belief or the emotion? Are you embracing it? Do you have an aha moment? What are your emotional triggers, the clues and cues? So how do we shift or rewire our beliefs? Well, the first step is awareness. You simply cannot change what you do not see. Once you do pinpoint a belief, ask yourself these questions. Is this actually true? Where did this come from? And then replace it with a new possibility. Transform that belief into something positive and useful for yourself, so that you can transform your life one belief at a time. Take small actions that contradict the old belief, because repetition creates new beliefs. And the last thing is the role of your nervous system. So if you are living in a dysregulated state, if your nervous system is dysregulated and you are in flight, fight, or freeze often during your day, then it's going to be very hard for you to become aware of the beliefs that are holding you back or that are causing trouble in your life. Coming from a calm, stable, nervous system regulated state helps you to take a step back. It helps you to be aware of your beliefs, to put them to the forefront without judgment, without emotional reaction, and simply become aware and analyze them in a way that brings about change. If you feel that you are living in a dysregulated state, then please do yourself a favor and have a look in the description box below at the Restore method. I was a yoga teacher for many, many years, and through practicing yoga and working with many, many clients over the years, I managed to pinpoint what it actually is that helps people regulate their nervous systems. What about the movement practice of yoga is so fundamental in creating inner balance and nervous system regulation? And the trick to that is slow movement, slow breathing, and conscious awareness of the body and mind as we do that slow movement. The Restore method is all about this. So if that could be something that is interesting for you, then please check out the link in the description box below. If you like this video, then please like and subscribe. I highly appreciate you being here and listening to what I have to say. This information is very important to me. It's very dear to my heart, and it brings me so much joy to share this with the people who need it.